Divine Feminine. Something has begun shifting between you and your Divine Masculine. For a long time, the connection between you may have felt suspended in silence, as though the energy between your souls was waiting for something to change. And in many ways, it was. Because the twin flame journey often moves through phases where both souls must grow separately before the path between them can begin opening again. But recently, something within your Divine Masculine has started to soften. The walls he once built around his heart are no longer as strong as they once were. And whether you have already sensed it or not, the energy between the two of you is beginning to move again. For a long time, the Divine Masculine struggled with the intensity of this connection. Meeting his twin flame awakened emotions he had never fully experienced before. It revealed parts of himself he had kept hidden, and it asked him to confront fears he had avoided for years. Because loving a twin flame is not simply about attraction or compatibility. It is about transformation. It asks both souls to grow beyond the limitations they once placed on themselves. During the period of separation, the Divine Masculine often goes through a process of reflection. At first, he may try to distract himself from the connection. He may focus on work, responsibilities, or other relationships. But the deeper truth always remains beneath the surface. The memory of you never truly disappears. The feeling of familiarity he experienced with you continues echoing through his thoughts. And slowly, the understanding begins to form. You were never just another person in his life. You were someone his soul recognized. Meanwhile, the Divine Feminine has also been evolving. The challenges of the twin flame journey have asked you to develop strength, patience, and deep self-awareness. You have learned to trust your intuition. You have learned to stand in your own energy without chasing or forcing the connection. And as you have grown into a stronger and more balanced version of yourself, the energy between you and your twin flame has begun shifting. When the Divine Feminine steps fully into her own light, something powerful happens within the twin flame connection. The dynamic between the two souls becomes more balanced. The Divine Masculine can feel that your energy is no longer pulling or chasing. Instead, it feels steady, calm, confident. And that change often triggers a new level of awareness within him. Many Divine Masculines begin to realize during this stage that the person they once walked away from has continued growing. You have become stronger, more aligned with your purpose, more comfortable within your own identity. And as he sees this transformation, something inside him begins to awaken. Because he recognizes that the connection between the two of you has also evolved. This is often the stage where the Divine Masculine begins considering the possibility of reconnecting. Not from the same place of confusion or fear that once existed, but from a place of curiosity and slowly growing courage. He may begin thinking about reaching out, wondering how you are, wondering whether the connection between you could unfold differently now that both of you have grown. At the same time, the Divine Masculine may still move carefully. The emotions connected to this journey run deep, and he may want to approach the connection with greater maturity and understanding than before. He is beginning to realize that what exists between twin flames is not something that should be rushed or forced. It is something that must unfold naturally as both souls become ready. Divine Feminine, if you have been sensing a shift in the energy lately, trust your intuition. Many twin flames report feeling subtle changes before anything happens in the physical world. A feeling of calm replacing anxiety, a sense that something is about to move forward. Moments where the connection feels lighter and more hopeful. These sensations often appear when both souls are approaching a new phase of alignment. because the universe does not bring twin flames back together until both individuals have reached a point where growth and healing have created a stronger foundation. And right now, many twin flames across the collective are moving toward that stage. Your divine masculine is beginning to understand the connection in a way he could not before. He is recognizing that the journey between you was never meant to break either of you. It was meant to transform both of you, to help each soul evolve into the highest version of themselves. As this awareness continues growing within him, the distance that once existed between you begins to lose its power. Fear slowly gives way to understanding. Confusion gives way to clarity. And the connection that once felt overwhelming begins transforming into something steadier and more grounded. Divine Feminine. Continue trusting your path. Continue focusing on the life, purpose, and happiness that your soul is guiding you toward. Because the twin flame journey was never meant to pause your life. It was meant to awaken you. And as both of you continue growing, the possibility of reunion becomes stronger, not as something forced or rushed, but as something that unfolds naturally when both souls are ready to meet each other again with honesty, strength, and love. Sometimes the greatest progress on the twin flame journey happens quietly, not through dramatic moments or sudden changes, but through the gradual opening of two hearts that have both learned the lessons they needed to learn. And when that moment arrives, the connection between twin flames often feels even deeper, wiser, and more meaningful than it did before.